Welcome back. You are watching a Metropole Television. My name is Simba Elijah Charles Kiage. Before we went on break, we told you of a new investment opportunity in one of the oldest associations in the country, running, wait for it, more than 100 years. We'll be telling you what company that is and exactly how you can get to be a part of that new investment opportunity. Now, this is the introduction, therefore. Now, an extraordinary meeting held by the Automobile Association of Kenya members on the 19th of October 2021 resolved that the progress of demutualization, together with the proposals on the next step to be taken on capital raising for the association, were approved. This morning, we are joined by the CEO, Francis Theory, to talk more on the demutualization process, that AA is taking, as well as shed light on the automobile industry economy in the region. Mr. Theory, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Welcome to Metropole Television.
Thank you very much.
I would want us to pick that conversation from that particular point, the demutualization process that AA is currently under. Let's speak about that and talk about the investment opportunities that any other person listening to this morning might say, what is demutualization and what is the allotment of these shares that you're talking about, and how can I get to be a part of that pie now? Let's begin. The demutualization process. Mr. Theory, for any other person listening, what is that?
Would you allow me to take a step back and just bring an introduction so that we can understand what is demutualization?
Pretty much.
Why are we doing this? Let me start with history. You've just said AA is 100 years, actually 102 years old. Think about 1919.
Yes.
We had a dark country when it comes to motoring. We didn't have a single kilometer of tarmac or even Molam road. We didn't have any petrol station in this country. We didn't have any vehicle in this country. Then AA comes in, start looking for what we need to do to get mobility into this country. We borrowed the first vehicle from UK to come to this country. We did the first road from Nairobi to Mombasa. We did the first petrol depot in Makindu by then.
Yes.
And so we've seen mobility grow in this country from zero to what it is now. If you needed a vehicle in this country, you come to AA and we import a vehicle for you. Now, time has come for us to move to next level. As we are celebrating 100 years in 1919, we asked, what will be the legacy for AA in the next 100 years? Mm-hmm. We've done all these things.
Yes.
We've done a lot in terms of even supporting this economy, auditing loads, guiding on load safety, and so many other things. But what happens in the next 100 years? And that's when members sat together to ask, what do we really need to do? And we decided, or we realized, we need to move to the next space. And what is that next space? Globally, we are discussing about autonomous vehicles. We are discussing about congestion in the cities. We are talking about somebody moving from Hilton Hotel to Intercontinental and taking 30 minutes. Why? There's a lot of traffic. What is happening globally? From one building to another, people are not even using vehicles. People are looking for other alternatives to decongest the cities.
Yes.
And so we need to get into that space. People are talking about autonomous vehicles, electrical vehicles. We are quite concerned about our environment. So is Kenya playing in this league? I would say we must do that. And so AA must take a lead in that. And to do that, we need to change the way we are currently set up. We are currently set up as an association. So anytime we try to raise capital to do some of the things that we want to do, we are not able to do that.
Yes.
And so demutualization is the process of moving the organization from a mutual organization, the association as we are now, to a company limited by shares. That gives us an opportunity to raise more capital and be able to access more capital that we can use in the projects that we have in mind.
Pretty much.
Yes.
All right. Now, quite clear, quite precise on that. And now somebody is listening to you again this morning and saying, well, AA now wants to raise capital. How do I get to be a part of one of those people going to be part of that share allotment, and where do I begin from?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So the plan is between now and December 31st, we've given all our members an opportunity to register as full members. Who is a full member? A full member is somebody who will pay 40,000 to be part of the ownership of the association. If you look at currently the way the association is structured,
Yes.
you can be able to touch and say who is the owner. We have members who pay for membership. You pay 6,500 to be a classic member. Then we give you services. So you actually pay for services. Another one will come and pay 20,000 for a prestige service. We give them service. Another one will pay 50,000 for a premier service. We give them service.
Yes.
So you pay for the services you want. But in terms of deciding or describing who is the owner, currently we don't have. And so when we talk to the transaction advisors, we said we need first of all to define who is the owner. And so the full member is a person who wants to take part in the ownership of the association. And that window is open up to 31st of December.
Yes.
After that, it closes. After that, we give it to a transaction advisor. And then the organization will demutualize, allot shares to the full members on the register by 31st of December. Once those shares are allotted, then we have the shareholders. The first register of shareholders would be members who have registered now to be full members.
Pretty much.
And then after that, we go to the next stage of capital raising.
Yes.
And then we start the project that we have.
All right. So let's just be clear now.
Yeah.
The definition on who a full member is as AA starts this demutualization process changes. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yes. Now, what about the members who are still members in the older definition of AA, who by 31st of December shall have not paid this 40,000?
Two things. If you were a member of the association, you
Yes.
still retain that membership, but you are not a full member. In fact, the new name is AA cover holder. Meaning what? If you are a classic member,
Yes.
you are a classic cover holder, we continue giving the same services that we are giving you. When you are stuck on the road, we'll come and give you road assist. If you need to be towed, we'll tow you. We'll give you all the other benefits, including the benefits that we have, negotiated with our partners. You get 2 shillings discount on fuel when you go to any Total Energies petrol stations.
Yes.
You get discounts on various partners that we've agreed on, and a host of them. That continues. But if you do not buy the full membership, then you do not partake in the ownership of the association, but you continue to get the service.
Pretty much. Now, somebody is listening to you again this morning.
Yes.
And saying, interesting. That's a new investment opportunity that
Yes.
may want to be now part of AA. How do I start? Can I be a member today? A full new member of AA under this definition of who a full-time member is now?
Yes, you can actually, not today, but now.
Now.
All you need to do, go to your phone and dial *650#. Take option number 1 and you register for a full membership.
And that's it.
That's simple.
Let's repeat that number again.
*650#.
That's it.
Yes.
Then after that, you're now,
A full member.
the options are on that area, and
You go to option number
Yes,
1,
yes.
and it will take you through the steps on
Yes.
what to do. And then immediately after that, you get your certificate. We send you a link and you print your certificate. And the certificate says you are a full member of the Automobile Association of Kenya.
Yes.
And from there, you just wait. Next year, we give you shares.
Pretty much. Now, bigger question as well, Les. We got to talk about that as well.
Yes.
You're moving from an association now to a limited company.
Yes.
Somebody's going to ask, what is this new face of AA that we haven't seen yet that is going to make me interested in being part of those members who are going to be allotted shares in the company?
Can I tell you, I'm excited about this journey. I can't wait to see it. I happen to be, we are, I'm sure you know, we are affiliated to the FIA.
Yes.
Which is the motoring body worldwide that brings together all the AAs in the world.
Yes.
In fact, happens to be the treasurer for Africa. I travel a lot during those meetings, and I see what other clubs are doing. Can I tell you, go to Austria. Austria, they have about 26 choppers. If you're going mountain climbing, you must be a member of AA. Why? If you're stuck there, it's only AA who should come with their chopper and rescue you. They have more than 1,000 men on the roads with motorbikes, with rescue vehicles, so that it takes less than 2 minutes to rescue you if you are in trouble.
Yes.
We haven't reached there. If you go to Argentina, the AA owns the biggest hotels in that country. You go to other countries, you find the insurance companies are owned by the AA. So the question is, what is it that AA Kenya can be able to copy from, our colleagues? And some of them are ready to help us. This is Francis, we are ready to come in and help you. So what have we identified? One of them is the service centers. If you have an electrical car in this country, you don't know where to service it. You're not very sure. If you really value your car, sometimes you don't want to take it to the Juakari, and they do a lot of good work.
Yes.
Remember, we train a lot of these garages. So, but I'm saying there is another level of technology that probably we are going to bring in.
Yes.
So the service centers that we are going to start, it's not just what I would call a state of the art, but it's the technology that is there globally that probably we are missing in this country.
Yes.
So that's a space that we are getting into. FIA have a university, but we don't have a training center in mobility in Africa. We are going to start the African School of Mobility, which will be more or less like the training center in anything mobility. That is going to be a very exciting space. If you look at some of the things that we are doing, including dealing with those organizations which are carrying the hazardous materials like fuel and so on, inspecting the vehicles which are carrying petrol and so on and so forth.
Yes.
There are quite a lot of things that need to be done, including checking their braking system and so on and so forth. The equipments that are required to do that are not there in this country. And probably we'll be the first one to bring them and bring that industry to an area where we say will not have an accident of a vehicle carrying, fuel or something like that,
yes,
and cause a lot of accidents. If you remember the issue we had in, along the Northern Corridor.
Yes.
So there's quite a lot that is coming. We're also investing in a lot of technology, innovations and so on and so forth. Over the years, if you want to, say for example here, you want to claim mileage because you've used your car to do this business for this organization, you use AA rates. You come and buy the AA booklet, mileage booklet. We don't want you to do that anymore. We want you to go to your phone and be able to get all that from there. So a lot of innovations that you are going to see moving forward. So the space we are getting into as AA, anybody in this country would be happy to be part of it.
Yes.
You'd be happy to be part of ownership of this organization.
Yes. I'm listening to you, and any other potential investor now
Yes.
is listening to you this morning and saying, well, are you plugging into a gap that is existing in the automobile economy
Exactly.
in the country? Is that where
Exactly.
AA now is looking at?
Yes.
Yes, pretty much. So how potent is this area? And I'm asking that question going by the culture of our motor vehicle owners in this country, because again, you're pegging heavily on that particular area as well. People have said that our culture is one that has been lagging throughout the board. What is going to push us into this new age where we're saying, well, the country now is at the same level as what you would say a developed economy would be, especially when it comes to the automobile culture?
I would say information.
Yes.
A lot of us are not just, it's not like they don't want to do the right thing. Sometimes they don't know what needs to be done. Let me take a step back again and say, why do we see a lot of accidents on our road? It's not so much to do with the roads. It's so much to do with the human behaviors. What do I mean by human behaviors? A lot of people do not know how to handle their machine. You have a vehicle, which is a machine that you own,
Yes.
but you don't know how to handle it. we do a lot of training or defensive driving. When we train them, they say, I've been driving for 20 years. How comes I didn't know this? You go to Kinungi and you find the weather has completely changed.
Yes.
You don't know what to do. So you end up being in an accident. So it's a lot of information, it's a lot of exposure. And what we are saying is, as we get into this space, as we break that gap that is there,
yes,
then we are giving information to people. And so we are developing the mobility industry to the next level.
Yes. And I would like to ask you this question as well. It's
Yes.
one area as well that we really got a lot of questions on when we floated your poster as
Yes.
well, that you're coming into the studio. That a company now that is promising the future in this automobile economy has to be very specific on EVs, electrical vehicles.
Yes.
Is that an area that you're going to stress heavily once it now becomes a limited company as well?
Not just stressing on that, is more investing in that area.
I see. How far back are we, especially when it comes to this EVs conversation as a country?
Yes, we are back. We are behind. We are behind.
Especially when you travel and see exactly what other countries are doing, isn't
yes.
it? Yes.
And I can tell you, most of the organizations which are at the forefront
Yes.
in this discussion, they really want to get to Africa, but they don't know how to get to Africa. And they are very happy to get to Africa through AA. Mind you, we have AAs in most of the African countries, but Kenya is the biggest automobile association
Yes.
in Africa,
Yes.
followed by South Africa. And so a lot of work is being done through us by the global organization. You'll be surprised, and probably in a few months or days, I'll be here just to probably discuss this. We're looking at safety of the vehicles which are coming from the developed countries, the second-hand vehicles, which we call the grey market,
Yes.
the grey vehicles. Some of them come without the necessary security features, safety features, I mean. And so what we are doing currently is to look at those vehicles and look at the safety features. And as we are talking, we've already started a program to test some of those vehicles. What am I saying? I'm saying the organizations which are working with us in this program, they want to get into this market. And so even the discussion on the EVs is a discussion that is ongoing. It's a discussion that is, we are asking, yes, the European countries have a discussion. If you go to America, they have a discussion. But in Africa, we are not having that discussion. And so a lot of people want to start that discussion in Africa. So this is going to be a space that you see a lot of work happening.
Pretty much. But just to dial back again, I know within AA you also have lifetime members. There's a category of that sort as well. In this conversation for demutualization, do they also have to re-register now and get to pay this 40,000 so they can qualify for this allotment of the shares?
Two things there.
Yes.
One, the live members, they pay to be live members. You can never change them to be
Yes.
anything else. So
Yes.
you continue being live members.
Yes.
So we continue giving them the services at the live members.
Yes.
But we've made a decision looking at probably this category of people that they will be converted also to full members without paying even a single coin.
Yes.
Or probably we are looking at is some of them are probably I remember I was looking at one of them. They joined in 1976. There's no way you're going to change that.
That's true.
So
That's true.
we are converting them to be full members without
Yes.
paying us a single cent.
Yes.
Yes.
Important. Let's talk numbers then. What are we targeting from the demutualization process? Is it possible for you to give us a number in terms of the amount of money you intend to raise in the short term to move into this new phase?
Maybe not at this point.
Yes.
But what I would say is a process that has started. A lot of work has been done. We have started investment bank, which are our transaction advisors.
Yes.
We have MMC, ASAFO, who are our legal advisors. This work that is happening, once that document is ready, then that will be made public.
Yes. Important how you want to allot shares to your members. When you look at the number that you currently have under the association as a full members now in the older definition,
Yeah.
are you up bet that should you get even something, 3/4 or a quarter of those numbers then taking up this new full-time member registration, then you'll be upbeat that this capital you want to raise would actually be available for you.
There's a lot of excitement.
Yes.
I can tell you, anybody and everybody want to be part of this blood.
Yes.
You know, a blood that has been developed over 100 years plus.
Yes.
Everybody want to be part of it. There's a lot of excitement in the market. I can tell you, I wish I could discuss the numbers, but there is a lot of excitement.
Yes.
And we expect, not 3/4, but we expect every other member of the association would want to be moved to full membership. And those are the signs that we are seeing. We have about 100,000 members.
And that's a huge number, isn't
Yes,
it? That's a
and we
huge number.
expect to push all that
Yes.
into full membership.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll not imagine anyone would want to be left out. I don't.
And for any other new member that is listening to you this morning who
Yes.
wants to join as well,
Yeah.
let's clear this conversation like this, then,
Yes.
Mr. Theuri.
Yes.
I mean, it's interesting that I want to ask you about the vision now of AA for a company that has existed for over 100 years in running. But give me that vision then,
Yeah.
5 years into demutualization.
Yeah.
What is this new face of AA that we want to see now, not as an association, but now as a company?
Let me put it this way. What do I see? I see a big organization that will be competing favorably with, you know, the tier 1 corporates in this country.
Yes.
We see an organization that will be plugging in into the mobility industry and, you know, working together with the, you know, the industry players.
Yes.
And supporting the industry players. We see an organization that will be, you know, anybody would want to be part of, anybody would want to be associated with. I can tell you the vision is big. We had an opportunity of looking at our 5-year strategy as we are developing a new 5-year strategy with the board.
Yes.
And it's exciting. I think I can only summarize it and say it's an exciting future.
Guess what? I'll be right here. I'll be talking to you as well.
Sure.
Let's talk after
Yeah.
31st of December.
Yeah.
We look at those numbers,
Yes.
and then we talk what next then, because it's exciting all the way up to 31st.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the window that you have a chance to draw in new
Sure.
members, and also the older members who are with you.
Yeah.
We're also excited about the opportunity or the direction that you're taking as a AA. Now, let's repeat that number again for all the members of AA and the new members who want to be part of that. You said you dial what?
650. That is
That's it,
star
star 650 hash.
Yes.
Then after that, you're open to AA and you're registering.
Yes.
You're also going to be part of
Yeah.
this exciting.
Yeah.
Guess
And
what?
you can
Yes.
also get any other information that
Yes.
you want from our website and from any of our branches countrywide.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Pretty much. Demutualization of AA, the new investment opportunity that is open to you close to the end of this year. I mean, it's unheard of that we're closing the year and then there's a brand new investment opportunity in the economy. Guess what? AA is open for you as well. Star 650 hash. Get in, start registering, and we talk about this new association that wants to be a company as of 31st December 2021. Let's talk about them and their chances as well. My name is Elijah Charles Kiange. We have been in conversation with Francis Theuri, the CEO AA Kenya. Remember, there'll be a limited company as from January 2021. We'll be changing them as well and talking to them once and how we have that information. We take a short break. Once we come back, State of the Nation address. What was your takeaway? And is it true that indeed we can call Uhuru Kenyatta's term since 2013 a legacy? Once we come back here on a Metropole Television.